Well, let's get the simultaneously fun and disappointing stuff out of the way first. My first prototype, I had far too little reinforcement in. It had some pretty impressive wobble for not coming apart, right on the launch pad. Mind you, it certainly gave a terrifying and harrowing sight to our test pilot. This flight, well, yeah, that kind of happened, and then structural failures, and yeah, I try to turn on the engines just to, see if I can regain control. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Fortunately, all that was just attempt one. 2 attempts later, I managed to make it actually to lunar orbit. I attempted one landing, then realized that I would be landing right at the edge of shadow, so I pointed up at the sky, went full burn again, had plenty of excess fuel, and came in for this landing. And it was at about this point that I realized I only had a little bit of fuel left in this final stage. So I prepared to destage it and come in on Zust, the extractor module's engines. Problem with that was, well, you'll see right about here. Oops. I've still got the capsule attached because I used the wrong part to attach it, and oh dear. Well, I got a nice flight anyways. Well, let's get the boring parts out of the way first. Yeah, I know a lot of you think the takeoff is one of the most enjoyable parts, but to be perfectly frank, it's why I installed MechJeb, and I feel no shame in that. I am not in KSP for the experimental flights. I'm not in it for the thrill of piloting a spacecraft. I'm in it for the engineering. Okay, so I had to activate all of the fourth and third stage engines in order to get up there. Transferred some fuel just so that I don't waste too much in there. And let's get our way out to Mun. Yes, I do end up leaving a piece of debris. Well, I'm really just testing the Kethane system, so I can get rid of this debris later. So, let's get our way out to Mun. Get ourselves under control, get ourselves into orbit, and let's circularize, plot out a landing. Where do I want to land? Right there will do perfect. I'll be in the sun for at least a few hours, and it actually looks like one of the least rich deposits on the surface, but let's go for it. Landing itself is also under guidance. I want to land at a particular point, and once again, I am not a good pilot. I'm into KSP for the engineering. I'm repeating myself. I really shouldn't do that. Get the surface info up so that we know the true altitude, radar guided. Get this module down. Last segment we'll have at real time. Oh, no, wait, 2 times speed. Cover those last couple thousand meters. Cover those last 500 meters. Easy. Easy. Just a few more meters to fall here. And, well, thank the community for MechJeb. Without it, this would have been near impossible. 6 meters. 5 meters. Totally not in sync with the video, I'm betting. And we're down. Alright, now let's actually try doing something useful on the surface. Finally, down on the surface, let's get this actual mining rail module off of the top of the descent mod. Oh dear. I've still got the cabin attached. Well, it's not completely lost. I'll just turn on the landing guidance. That didn't work as designed. Manually get it out of here. That didn't work as designed, and that overcompensated. Next time, maybe I should turn on RCS, before trying to make complicated maneuvers. Well, scrub that. Let's try again. Detach the correct point on the module this time. And I suppose we should turn on the engines first. And that is completely my fault for still controlling it from that module. Well, scrub that. Control from the AI node, on the piece I want to move. Turn on these engines, turn off these engines in case I throttle up too early. Three cheers for quick save. Alright, let's get this thing off of the descent module. Move a little further out. Okay, let's get the lander down. Wait, lander? Lander down? Autopilot, what are you doing? Autopilot, stop! Alrighty, let's try this again. Descent module engines off. Mining rig engines on. Control from the top. No, not control from the converter. Control from the AI. There it is. Get my resources up just so I can keep an eye on the RCS usage. Don't think it'll be that bad, but never know. Decouple and let's hop off here. Okay, translate. No, don't crash. Okay, that's better. Now let's just bring her down. I don't trust my piloting, so let's... Oh, good. The autopilot worked this time. And brings her stably, nice and slowly down. That's why you equip RCS on your tightly maneuvering craft. Set her down nice and gentle. And we don't need the RCS to hold us up. Perfect. We finally have a successful landing. So, I've gotten the words that fail me, the words that I failed. Solar panels, there's the word, extended. Get those out on both Is it in shadow? No, over 50% of it is still clear and it's considered in shadow. Right. I can safely move this. Let's just give her a little tiny hop. Nope. No, RCS isn't providing enough thrust to get us off the ground under just RCS power. Nope. Alright, a little bit of thrust. Maybe a little more. That's just... Ooh. Yeah, this is tricky. Now, the good side of dubbing in this dialogue later is that, well, I know how this is actually going to go, but nevertheless, I really should have retracted that solar panel before, buggering around with this. Nevertheless, little tiny hop, and I'm far enough away for jam. I mean, near sunset. That'll, of course, be covered, but I don't plan on doing drilling operations all day. So, let's get these drills extended. We are finally mining Kethane. Woo! I won't do that again. And let's replenish those stores of RCS. Why not? Got enough solar panels to cover the power of mining and converting. It all looks good. We look like we finally have successfully started doing something useful with Kethane. Maybe next time I'll send a vehicle that actually has a docking port so I can put the fuel into something other than this. You know, maybe I didn't think this all the way through, but little bits at a time, little bits at a time. Next time I'm definitely mounting my Kethane mining rig onto a mobile rover that can drive around and supply fuel to landed craft. So, what else shall we do while we're on the ground here? I'll tell you one thing we're not going to do. When we're transferring fuel from one tank to another, we are not leaving the engines on and then accidentally hitting shift instead of alt. Let's just shut those puppies down for good. This test probe isn't going anywhere, is it?